James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and home of the Buccaneers playing in Super Bowl 55 against the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. I am your humble host, here for an 18th Super Bowl being covered by NFL Network. I am Rich Eisen, pleased to be joined by my coach, Steve Mariucci, and my Hall of Famers who have won this remarkable game in their careers, Kurt Warner and also Michael Irvin. Good to see all of you today. Love you guys. So happy that we are all here together in Tampa, Florida. So, look, I love you guys. Nothing's more precious than my children. Kurt, when I look at my children in the face, and they look at me, and it's time to take a Band-Aid off. I look at them and I tell them.
Did you have to say you love me first?
No. I'm just telling you that this is what I say to people who I love, the most.
And then there's
I look at them, they look at me, they give me that daddy look, and everything's going to be all right. Yeah. It's time to just rip the Band-Aid off right away.
Rip it. You guys do it every year.
This stadium is where we once upon a time saw a pick six of note, and we sent one of our Hall of Fame reporters to James Harrison to find a backstory.
Okay, I know that you're becoming an actor. We thought I could have one kind of fun thing. Have you ever done your own play-by-play for it?
Let me see the play.
All right, so here we go.
Warner drives back. He throws the ball. It's picked by Harrison, but Townsend's trying to take the ball. Harrison tells Townsend, get the hell out of here. Go block somebody. Keesley tells Timmons, we got to go back and block for slow ass before they catch you. Woodley blocks Hightower. Harrison jumps over. Ryan Clark says it didn't run this far from nothing. He throws a block in the dirt on Gandy. Fitzgerald swipes. Rolls to the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. We have just witnessed the greatest play in Super Bowl history performed by the 2008 Pittsburgh Steelers defense, while Harrison is still laid out on his back, gasping for air like a beast whale.
Eat your heart out, Al Michaels. That's a great call, too.
There it is. It's off. It's off. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
The Band-Aid's off?
It's off.
Very good.
But it hurts.
It hurts. Again today.
It hurts.
Could you imagine if that was the actual call? And by the way, that was the last call. That Super Bowl was the last call in the Hall of Fame career of John Madden as well. It was a Madden and Michaels Super Bowl called on NBC. It's a Nance and Romo Super Bowl on CBS with kickoff coming in about 9 hours from now. And we're going to take you pretty much to kickoff right here over 8.5 hours. And time to kick things off with Super Bowl memories. And Kurt, let's start with let's cleanse the palate and turn to you, a champion of the Super Bowl and a Hall of Famer, your Super Bowl memory.
But I tell you what, when I think of Super Bowls, I think of my Super Bowls. What I think about is GCP, game-changing plays, or maybe as Michael said at the beginning of the playoffs, game-changing moments. That's what these games are all about. For me, I think of a touchdown pass to take a lead in a Super Bowl, and then a tackle on a 1-yard line. I think of a touchdown pass in the last 2 minutes of a game, and then a field goal that ends the game on a walk-off. And I think of an interception, and then a touchdown, and then a subsequent touchdown. Game-changing plays are what define the Super Bowl. And Michael, you talked about at the beginning of the playoffs. Playoffs are about moments, but Super Bowls are about bigger moments. These are about moments that decide champions. These are about moments that determine history. And these are about moments that define legacy.
And for me, guys, first of all, this game, we have one team that's going back-to-back, trying to do a back-to-back, and Kurt, we both attempted that. And then we have the other team. Basically, a lot of guys are here for the first time, and Mike Evans and we talk about that later, because I do sit down with Mike Evans. But my first thought goes first to my first Super Bowl. I don't know why, but my thought goes right to my first touchdown. It was a bang-aid route, right? I caught that bang-aid route right there. Let me tell you something. Right here, when I went across the end zone, all I could think about was, now, there you go. All of the parents that came to my house after I chunked the rock and broke their one, they told my mama I wasn't going to be nothing. They saw that touchdown right there. Because everybody sees a touchdown in the Super Bowl, so I got them back. That's what I thought about the first time. The second time, going back to back, trying to get that done, and knowing the guys that have done it before us, oh my God, man. Kansas City, to get an opportunity to really grab their piece of history. You win that first one, and then you say, okay, we're in there. You come back and get a second one. You said we start getting teams ranked above, like ranked amongst the best.
And the beautiful thing is those moments that we saw, they show up every year on this stage at this time. That's what this is about. Is what moment are we going to see today that we're going to remember that you guys are going to show every single year?
Every year.
That's what the Super Bowl is all about.
Every year.
And I'll just say this. I think about our first Super Bowl and NFL Network, just speaking on behalf of everybody who's still around from those days, and now we're something called the NFL Media Group, about to move into the new stadium where next year's Super Bowl is going to take place. We were 11 weeks old for our first Super Bowl in Houston. It was so long ago. It was Tom Brady's only second appearance in the Super Bowl. And it was just a remarkable day for all of us. And now here we are sitting in this beautiful stadium with, 4 wide on this remarkable. I mean, we even had mugs. If you told me we'd have mugs back then, it really is a remarkable day for everybody here at NFL Network that you are choosing to be with us here on a Super Sunday that will obviously have its own memories. But now they are just storylines, Steve, and you're, as always, first up on that front.
Well, there are so many storylines, Rich, in the game like this, but the one that I'd like to point out is, hey, we need to get ready for an offensive coaching clinic, because you got a couple of great offensive minds in this game. Bruce Arians, of course, and Andy Reid, and with 2 weeks to prepare to be creative. Look out. One of them, Andy, is trying to be the winner in back-to-back Super Bowls. That doesn't happen very often. And the other, Bruce, is trying to be the oldest head coach ever to win a Super Bowl. So what we're talking about, hey, defenses that blitz all the time. Tape your ankles, everybody, because this is going to be one for the ages. It's going to be an offensive juggernaut kind of game.
And that's a great subplot, Coach. But let's be honest, the storyline in this game is QB1 against QB1. And don't sit back and tell me, well, the quarterbacks don't play against each other, or wins and losses aren't quarterback stats. I don't want to hear it today. This is about the GOAT against the kid, the greatest of all time against the next great one. The guy that we said a couple years ago, it will never be matched again. And then the guy that we're saying, well, maybe it will be matched again. And this is about the now, and it's about this game. The two biggest faces in our league are playing on the biggest stage. But this could be one of those storylines that transcends this game. 20 years from now, when Mike actually does have gray hair, we may be looking back at this moment and saying, hey, who is the greatest quarterback of all time? Maybe it comes back to this Super Bowl, head-to-head Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, to decide who that guy is. So this has a now meaning, but it could have a bigger, higher arching meaning when it's all said and done.
Right, a now and later.
Yep.
A now and later meaning. I like that. A meaning now and that meaning later. And I want to talk about all of that. We're already making Patrick Mahomes, giving him Brady-like numbers already, which is a little bit, I think, too much. But what I think the storyline is, it's what I talked about when we did this get hype thing. Never before has a team stood on their own home ground and received the ultimate Super Bowl crown. That's what this is all about. And the quarterback that's leading the team that has the chance to do it is only the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. And in his first year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, say what you will about all that other stuff. If Tom Brady pulls this off right here, drop the microphone, Tom, and walk away. You can never top this. You can never top this. To win right here at home, right in a Super Bowl, you'll never be able to top it. It doesn't get any better.
And the funny thing is, I hear that, and then I say, well, hold on, it's Tom Brady. He would find a way, somehow, some way, before his career's over, to top that.
Going back to back
something.
And then the storyline for Super Bowl 55, the mere fact that we are able to get lost in all of that, the mere fact that we do have